Are you guys hungry to read? Hello everyone, I'm Natasha, and today I'm going to be talking about books that make me hungry. Some that make me hungry to read, and some that just make me hungry. This video today is a paid promotion by Disney Hyperion. Thank you so much to them for sponsoring this video. We're going to be talking about Kill Happies today. Kill Happies is out in store right now, so you guys can go get yourself a copy. Disney Hyperion has challenged me to come up with some books that have made me hungry to read. Now, I'm meant to talk about books that I literally just can't stop reading. And of course, I've talked about those in the past and everything, but I've never actually talked about books that have literally made me hungry, like made my stomach rumble because of the foods and the beverages described in the books. In Kill Happies by Rachel Cohn, this book is all about a graduating senior class. The main character, Vic Navarro, is throwing a huzzah, last hooray for the senior class of her high school. The city that she lives in, their claim to fame is this restaurant called Happies. They're famous for their razzmatazz pie. There also is an abandoned theme park right behind the restaurant. I've been watching a lot of those abandoned theme park videos. They're really eerie and scary, but really interesting. I suggest you guys just find the abandoned community on YouTube here. It's so entertaining. There's a lot of popular creators who do that, so I'm sure you guys know. But I just found it. It's been my guilty pleasure watching those. And so when I heard that this book has the element of an abandoned theme park, I really wanted to read this. Plus it's pretty short. It's also by the best-selling co-author of Nick and Nora's Intimate Playlist. I never actually read that book, but I've heard many great things about it. Vic wants to throw this amazing end of the year party. Everything is going really well until all these people bust in. They knock the fence down to the theme park and her party is just completely forgotten about, and everyone goes into the theme park and it kind of becomes this Coachella-esque type of deal. Vic, the main character, has all these dreams about how the party is going to go. She's trying to stay away from her arch nemesis, which is her teacher, but also a councilwoman for the town. So this sounds like a whole lot of fun, especially with all the elements like the kitschy restaurant, the abandoned theme park, and the Coachella thing. It just sounds cray-cray. Oh my gosh, look how cool! This is the map of the town. So there's the restaurant, Happy's Restaurant, and then this is the theme park right behind the restaurant. If you guys read this, I suggest definitely checking out those abandoned amusement park videos, just because you might be able to picture it more clearly. There are so many fictional restaurants and bars and TV shows. There aren't very many in the fictional book world. The main one that I could think of, and I've actually been there, is the Three Broomsticks from Harry Potter. If you're new to my channel, I didn't read the Harry Potter books when I was younger. I only started reading them as I got older, as I got onto booktube. I only read the first 4 and I've stopped. I want to read them all. There's a lot of books out that I really love to read. I already love the series and it's already been in my heart, in my life, for the length that it has been in this world. Especially Goblet of Fire, when we get to go into the kitchens and see what they make at Hogwarts. Especially the first movie when Dumbledore just snaps his fingers and all the food just appears on the table. I don't think I've ever been more hungry than when I saw that scene. It made me want to go to a school, because being at a college or a reform school, people have cafeterias. Sometimes they're not good, sometimes they are. I think one of the best cafeterias is UCLA, which I have been to, and I had a couple of my friends graduate and are still going there, and their cafeteria is amazing. You have food at your fingertips all the time when I'm here at home and I have to make my own food. I used to work at a restaurant too, by the way. If you saw my video about things I've never told you, you know that I used to work at a restaurant, and I still technically work for them. I do their marketing. Until I read Sarah Dessen, Keeping the Moon, I still yet to stumble on a book that is all about a restaurant, a diner. Jennifer L. Armentrout has a book in one of her series that it's about a bar. Other than that, I haven't read a book about a restaurant, and that was my life for 3 years. Keeping the Moon is all about a diner, and it's really cute. If you guys haven't read Sarah Dessen yet, she's the queen of YA. She's been writing YA books since the 90s. This one made me kind of hungry, and I'm just remembering it's bringing me back to when I used to work at my restaurant, and I would get free dinner all the time. It was so nice. And then I was thinking, oh wait, okay, what TV show was a book and there's also a restaurant in it? And that's Merlot's from True Blood, or Charlene Harris's The Sookie Stackhouse series. I don't know if it's actually called Merlot's in the book series because I haven't actually read this. I read the first 2 pages. I marathoned True Blood over the summer. It was such a wonderful binge watching experience. I haven't been able to binge watch an 8-season TV show in such a long time. That one was so much fun. But Merlot's is where everything happens. A lot of TV shows take place at restaurants and bars and diners like Cheers and Gilmore Girls or Luke's Diner. Those are places that you know go and you remember from those television shows and you really, really want to go there. Besides Three Broomsticks, which was created for Harry Potter Wizarding World in Orlando and LA, I've actually been to a fictionalized place that was a diner that technically wasn't in the book, but it was still in the movie, and that's Twilight. Twilight not only was the book that made me hungry to read. Literally, this was the start of my reading career. Bella used to cook for her dad. I love that aspect in the book. Now I understand why they didn't put it in the movies. There's already enough controversial stuff about Twilight. They didn't need Bella making her dad food all the time. I actually got to go to the Carver Cafe, which they use in the film Twilight, and that's where Bella and Charlie ate dinner all the time, and their steak and veggie burger, garden burger. It was really, really good. This was like the actual like working place. It was like on the side of a road and outside of Portland, and it was so cool. We sat in the same place where Bella and Charlie sat. I got an omelet and pancakes, and that was actually the best breakfast I had almost, I think, that whole trip. No, I had a huge cinnamon roll at Camp 18, which was so good. Another book that I just enjoyed so much, it's been years since I read it, which was The Wrath of Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. This book was a lot about food. There were so many details and descriptions about the ethnic food in this book. A lot of Persian food, the retelling of 1001 Nights. Being of Greek descent, I know a lot of the different kind of foods that was talked about in this book. Food and books. I don't know of any other case than with Outlander where there is an actual cooking book from the book. This is the arc of it. I have the real version downstairs, but I didn't want to get it. It's in my cookbooks. Every meal that was mentioned in Outlander, in the series of Outlander, there's 8 novels in that series. Another series that just made me just want to read all of the historical romance. It definitely lit my fire for historical romance. Any of the food talked about or even mentioned, there is a recipe in this book for those foods. It's so cool. I want to make something from this, but my kitchen is not set up to be a YouTube kitchen. If there's any other fiction book that has a companion cookbook, please let me know. You would think dystopian books, food, most people are either starving or they're trying to survive. That doesn't really go together. However, Divergent, there's the Dauntless Cake. Another book that lit my fire for dystopian, Dauntless Cake. It was barely talked about in the movie, but it was such a big deal in the fandom. I remember Sasha and Marissa, they're twins, Sasha from the book Utopia, they made a chocolate Dauntless Cake for their birthday, and I just thought that was so cool. That was so many years ago. Dauntless Cake, it was such a big part of the fandom. Last but not least, we have ACOMAF, A Court of Mist and Fury. There is a restaurant. I just want to go to the city of Velaris. That's just what I want to do. And this book just lit my fire for fantasy. Oh, I love it so much. If you guys have not gone on this train yet and you haven't read these books, do so. The characters go to this restaurant, and it's talked about in the last one too. I want to go. There's lots of food and dinners that happen in this book and in the last book. This book did not put me in a reading slump. It just made me want to read more. I reread parts of it. I haven't like reread a book like right after finishing it. I didn't reread the whole thing, but like I reread parts of it, like, you know, those parts. So that is it for my books that make me hungry to read, or just plain old hungry. If you guys have been to a fictionalized place that was in a movie or TV show or in a book, let me know your experience down below. Don't forget that Kill the Happies is out in store right now. I'll leave a link down below if you want to order it on Amazon or something. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you all in future videos. I post every Thursday, so there should always be a video on my channel on that day. I also post regularly, like all the time, so there's lots of content. Keep calm and fangirl on. Bye!